It's Gertrude Stein's birthday today. And to sort of, with apologies to Gertrude, a gaffer is a gaffer is a gaffer. And I once was a gaffer. In fact, I was the first woman gaffer to be admitted to the IA, which is the big professional film union, back in the day. And right here in the second row is a woman who came into the union the same night I did, Cabell Smith, as a sound woman. And there are few other pioneers here that are seated in the audience tonight who knew me as a gaffer. And I am so grateful that you're here with me. So every gaffer starts out at some point as being a best boy. So, you know, the gaffer is the chief lighting technician on a film set, and the best boy is the chief assistant to the gaffer on a movie or television set. There are no best girls per se. And that's from the IMDb glossary. At the age of 3, I tell my mother, when I grow up, I'm going to be a man. Like Pancho in the Cisco Kid, high-heeled boots, a 6-shooter. Halloween, I'm a pirate with a hook. In the Christmas pageant, I insist on the Nutcracker or Mouse King, never Marie. 8th grade girls talk. Who will get married, make a good mother? Not one can see me as a wife with kids. It hurts a little to hear I'm not like them. I'm a boy in a kilt and knee socks. When I grow up, I'm going to play the field. In high school, I meet a boy I either love or want to be. He wears Madras shorts, crosses his legs elegantly, holds his Winston like a lady. One day in a crowded elevator, as a joke, he yells, "Fuck, fuck, fuck. All you ever want to do is fuck. Who do you think I am, Superman?" No, I say, I'm Superman. You're Lois Lane. Just out of film school, I apply for a membership in the union. All the Local 52 boss wants to know, can I carry horsecock, same as any man? All I want to know, will he let me join his band of brothers, be best boy, apprentice to Vinnie Delaney, Milty Moshlak, Dusty Wallace, Dickie Quinlan, set their spider boxes, haul their 4-aught, flag their barn doors, trim their brute arcs, run their stingers, scrim their broads, wrap their 9-light fays. Let them make me a man. So I should say that horsecock, I meant to explain that before, but horsecock, no, you don't want to hear it, right? Horsecock is the biggest cable that is used on a film set, and it's really heavy and it's really big. And that was all they were concerned about, not whether I could light or I knew how to do my job, but whether I could carry that horsecock. So, segueing now, yesterday we went to the great Hollywood costume exhibit at LACMA, and in it at one point it's a wonderful exhibit. So I think anybody who is interested in film, it would be a good thing for you to go to. Quentin Tarantino talks about Django Unchained, and he talks about the moment when Jamie Foxx comes out of the clothing store having bought these new clothes and a new jacket, and he spoke of the outfit as the defining characteristic. And those of you in the audience who know me know that I too believe that the outfit is the defining characteristic, and there's a lot in this book about clothing. This is called In the Days of Early Polyester. In the days of early polyester, you don't know yet you are flammable. Jars of Miracle Whip, tubs of Poly-O in the fridge. Your moral imperative on ice, the vertical blinds rattling shut, sleek sofa of solid kerosene resisting your body's impression. You keep saying cotton, cotton, the touch, the feel of cotton, but you are drawn to the slinky boy shirt with the Kandinsky-like print. Fancy your stubbled sideburns whiskering the top of its Byronesque collar, long points gesturing toward no-tits torso, slim hips, bell-bottomed legs, fry boots. It feels like Velveeta against your skin, something you might scrape off with the blade of your Swiss Army knife. It seems to reject you. Still, you can't stop parading your shirt through Washington Square Park in the hot afternoon sun, looking for combustion. One of the sets that I was lucky enough to be able to work on for a little bit was Taxi Driver. And there were two women on that set. There was the script supervisor, and there was me. And so this is a poem out of that memory. Between takes, on the set of Taxi Driver, Columbus Circle, summer 1975. De Niro idles in his checker. Sybil flirts behind her Jackie O's. Scorsese sucks oxygen from a tiny tank trailed by an assistant. Albert Brooks hogs the PA. When using the moving sidewalk, please stand to the right. If you wish to pass, please do so on the left. Over and over. Grips lay dolly track for a shot we all know will never make the final cut, but will take most of the day to shoot. Me in my 501s and Mighty Mouse t-shirt, 20 feet up, work gloves and pliers protruding. The brute arc light I tend sputters and hisses beside me. Like that famous New Yorker cover showing the world as seen from 9th Avenue, the land of make-believe rises up to swallow me whole. I try to lean as if belonging against the unsteady rungs of my ladder, oblivious to the real world down there too, passing me by. Most jaded New Yorkers, their eyes on the prize, but maybe some looking up and wondering, what's that girl doing up there in the sky, flying so close to the sun? Some kind of myth with pliers. I was born on my mother's birthday. She was a great person. If any of you knew her, you would think she was a great person. And I loved her very much. And this poem is for my mother. And it's called Woodland 72257. My mother is dead now as long as she was married, 15 years. Some days I just want to talk to her, to reach for the cell phone she never knew, speed dial home, 1-805-682-2991, or even farther back, Woodland 72257. What would I say? I no longer recall the sound of your voice, although the apparition of it still comforts me, along with the signature on the flyleaf of the 1948 edition of Cooking by the Clock I go to whenever I need to prove that I didn't dream you up. There was a green phone with rotary dial and curly cord on the inlaid antique desk in the den, and a white phone wall-mounted next to the psychedelic Hendrix poster in the kitchen, and a beige phone on the faux Rococo nightstand in your bedroom, and a baby blue one somewhere. Or was that a radio? If I could have only one sure memory, the peace roses are in bloom, Beyond, the Pacific blankets out, sun staccatos through the white shutters of the breakfast room. You are seated at the round Saarinen table in that bright 60s print dress, working a double cross stick. The house fills with my ringing. You rise to answer. So I'm going to end. I am. We have a time limit here. Yes, you can always buy the book. You can always ask me back. Any excuse to come back to LA, I welcome. This is a poem that really came out of the first object I can remember desiring. And when I was, for my 3rd birthday, I wanted a bird. So this is called I Always Wanted a Bird. And again, thanks for being here and thanks for listening. I always wanted a bird, a sombrero, cowboy boots and button-up jeans like a boy, a coloring book history of the United States, a burro, not a donkey, a mother-of-pearl accordion, the ceremonial Indian headdress, the bamboo spear with the big rubber tip, the ochre dress with stripes going the wrong way. My father to stop drinking, my sister to protect me, my brother to disappear. A hickory deluxe burger and chocolate chip shake at Peterson's Drive-In, spare ribs and potato salad from Papo's Delicatessen on my birthday. I always wanted a canary. The best grades in the class, white buck saddle shoes, Kennedy for president. To be a tennis champion, save my mother from my brother, be the governor of California, head of Time Inc., to not be fat, to be better at math, escape to boarding school, ride my bike casually, tan easily, and live on the beach at Malibu. In a penthouse at the Beverly Hilton, in the Monsanto House of Tomorrow at Disneyland, at the Plaza like Eloise, to drink tiki punch at Trader Vic's, eat sweet butter on date nut bread at Bullock's Wilshire, Cobb salad at the Brown Derby. I always wanted a canary in a round silver cage, to fly first class, wear a tie and waistcoat, make money but not care, be famous but not too, be the woman and man of my dreams. To be born at the end of the 19th century, live in the demi-monde of Paris, the New York school in the 50s, La Nouvelle Vague in the 60s. To love someone as much as my mother, be like the lilies of the field, a pilgrim at the Ganges, to walk the sleepless streets of Greenwich Village, the groomed pathways of the Champ de Mars, the icy avenues of Reykjavik, live in isolation, die sooner rather than later, erase myself. I always wanted a canary in a round silver cage singing. Thanks.